And it wasn't to say, hey, we're trying to protect brown and black kids. I just to be put that out there, but it's like I don't want us to fall in that trap to be like, yeah,
The first women I've known to have abortions were white women.
for sure. In
That's
school.
the crazy part.
I ain't gonna say their
That's the
names because
crazy
they might
part.
watch the podcast, but yeah.
Yeah. But I remember, like, these
Yeah.
folks be coming around. I remember seeing stuff on news like, yeah, black kids, they just sex crazy, having babies at a young age. No, we just keep them. But little Sally, we know you was 3 months pregnant and you didn't come to school for 4-5 days. What didn't happen? Yeah. Hey, I know it's about 4-5 girls in my class when I graduated. White girls that sure went and had that abortion.
Man, listen.
Hey, everybody pro-life until we hit their house. Now that's what I know for sure.
Especially they can keep it a secret. Cause like, hey, where Jane Doe at? We ain't seen her in about a week. You know, we tapping each other while we asking. Like we already know, you didn't get popped. But you know what I'm saying? They don't do you know, we had the 16 and pregnant, and you know, for them it was bodies on top of bodies is how they looked at it, because there was a few of them, like, for real, bro, like, you knew them. Like, I'm talking about not one, but maybe
I ain't talking about
two.
college, I'm talking about high school.
High school, yeah, like 1 or 2 before they left high school that they didn't get rid of, like, for sure. Yeah, like, wasn't even no question.
And this before Plan B.
For sure. Yeah, it wasn't, you know, that's, you know, these kids now, they got a cheat code. They can pop them like Skittles. But,
hey,
you
bro,
know, back in the day, you had to go get
I
that
told
work.
my wife, ain't no excuse, man. There's so much stuff to keep them getting pregnant these days. But there ain't no excuse for no slip up these days, man.
You got to be real deal. I'm going to be real with just reckless and in love.
Yeah.
Young and dumb. Yeah, you got to be. But yeah, that's a good little point. I ain't gonna go too far on that. I actually want to get. I talked to a few women. I want to get them on the podcast, so I think we'll have a good balance to just get their thoughts on that, because I want to know if they feel that they need some community leadership that says, okay, hey, we stand with having the kids, but these are some of the things that Planned Parenthood or any facility can offer to minorities that will make our situation better. But just to be saying, I'm pro getting abortion, you got to be careful with that, because they pushing, they got an agenda every time that they push. And if they can make us the face of it, I think that's what they would make it as, because then it sits right with everybody. It's like, well, you know, everything.
I'm pro minding my business. So whatever you want to do, is what you want to do. Because I've been in that situation before, and she ain't tell me nothing. And she just did her thing, and I just had to accept it. That was
me
it.
Too. You know,
it was a hard pill to swallow. Like, bro, you ain't come talk to me. You ain't tell me nothing. What?
You know, it's life, man. I think we all have been in those situations, especially if you was a young man that was out here, you know, moving and grooving, doing what you do. You probably didn't had a couple of them situations you either contributed to financially, or you didn't know nothing about it, and that just how it happened. But to me, you know, just to kind of tie that conversation or not, man, it's when you think about these politics and these games that they play, I think it's always something behind the scenes that you got to look at, man. But I don't know. It's the hot topic. It's going crazy, man. You had mentioned a few of the guys that got the internet on fire right now, man. You tell me.
They hot.
Yeah. Which one you want to speak on, man? Because I know
we'll say the hottest for last right now, but we'll go with Mr. Charleston White first, man. He ruffling some feathers. I've been ruffling feathers for a long time. Yeah. In our group chat, I've said what I had to say about Charleston White and my feelings, and man, I'm middle of the road with Charleston White. That's all I gotta say. He say some stuff sometimes where I'm like, hey, that brother ain't lying. And then sometimes he say some stuff, I'm like, man, if somebody I don't want nobody hurt him bad or kill him. Just next time you see him, man, just hit him in the shin with a bat or something, man. Just go on. Just make him jump them old wood boxes at football practice, and he slip and hit both of his shins on the side. You know what I mean?
Oh, wait, man, I still got one of them jumps on my damn leg trying to hit that box, you know, after we lift weight. Man. But yeah, man. So I guess with the recent backlash, of course, it's with He covered for Kanye West. He took shots at TI and Boosie for them saying that Kanye should be doing.
They cheered.
Yeah. So yeah, he said something about them defending them, and then the kids was the ones that actually responded, right? So what's your thoughts on that? Because I think we may look at this differently, or we may agree. But what's your thoughts on just how that all unfolded? Because you a parent, so you're gonna look at it way different than I am.
Yeah, I'll say this. I ain't got time for kids. You know what I'm saying? And for me, at my age, Charleston White older than me. So at my age that I am at, I ain't got time. If you can't go to 25 and up club, you a kid to me. I'm not finna be responding. You know what I'm saying? I might say something like, hey, look, I ain't the one with all that tongue wrestling going back and forth, whatever. So I feel like he was wrong there even though the kid said something, we talking about these kids 18. I think look to the raw, I don't even know if he 18. He just turned 18.
18, 19, I think they definitely 18 and 19 though.
Especially if you saying teen behind their age, I definitely ain't got nothing to talk to you. I'm going straight to the parent to have a conversation with them. Now, was he wrong with feeling how the way he feel for them back in Kanye? No. If that's how you feel, that's how you feel. Charleston White, he got his opinion, and that's fine. Now, my beef with Charleston White is he will come out and say, now, when that lights and camera cut on, this is for entertainment. But when he do that, it's kind of like, all right, which part of entertainment, which part you being for real about? You know what I mean? So, I mean, he got everybody ruffled. Every time, the camera on him, he gonna make you click on it just to hear what he got to say. I think his approach is good in some situations because he had the same approach a lot of times. I think it's good in some situations. I think it's bad in others with all that rah-rah, this, that, and the other. I'm telling you, he got me in the middle of the road. I really
see. I see.
I ain't mad at him. It's just every once in a while, he just got to get his shins busted. Just don't do that. Now, what you was on the right path till you said don't do that. It's like you like a little kid. Little kid run around. Don't do that.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. I ain't gonna lie. I can watch one video and I'd be like, I'm with him. I can watch next video and be like, bro, why the hell? Like, why you do
that? So for me, man, that's why I've been able to really just disconnect from, being emotionally connected to it, man, because, I feel like there's some times where he takes the wrong approach and says the wrong things because I don't care for shock jocks. But, when you look at somebody that's trying to catch people's attention and he purposely goes at rappers, I would say that I feel like that's his goal, is to show you all that they are no different than you. So why do we give them so much power if they're not trying to pour into the community? Now, that makes you question what he's doing with the community if he get on there and do the same stuff. Or does it? Because it depends on what lens you're looking at it at. It's because y'all still consider them leaders. Why I still can't be a leader? Because they just said what they're going to do to you on the rap song and be able to come out here and shake your hand. So what do you look at them as? Is the dude that's going to try to fuck your girl, rob you, shoot at you? Or this is Jay Flake, the rapper? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like he'll make a good point. It's just some of the stuff he says to get your attention, I can't agree with. Like, I don't diss the dead. I can't never jock that. Like
fuck him. I ain't know him. Just because you ain't know him, don't mean you gotta say fuck him. It was I watched something he was on, and they asked him about some rapper that just died. I think they asked him now just so he can say fuck the dead. And I'm like, bro, if you didn't know him, just say you didn't know the rapper. You know what I'm saying? And I agree with him. It's a shame that I don't even hear about some of these rappers until they dead. And I'm like, I agree with you. And then 30 seconds later, man, fuck that little nigga, man. I'm like,
yeah, because it's like like I said, I can't jack that. I'm like, nah, bro, that ain't. I can't rock with this and dead in no way, shape, or form. I feel like whatever come to you from playing those type of games, that's what come to you because, you know what I'm saying. That's just dangerous. But that's the same reason why I say I don't care for drill music. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't. Yeah. You doing all this and the dead. I can't really. Sometimes it's creative. Don't get me wrong. It might catch me bouncing in the club, but just to put that on, I just can't rock with it, man.
Bouncing in the club.
Yeah,
it was cool when it first came out. When what you call it was when Sosa came out.
Yeah,
it was, but he wasn't dissing the dead. He was doing his gang stuff, this, that, and other. But but now they done took it to the point where you smoking on this pack, and when I see my ops and it was like, bro, like we.
So I know the work and heard of the work that he's done within the community in the Fort Worth area. I got a homeboy that's really tapped in to the community up there. So
I would like to see it.
Yeah, he's doing the work. But you know, even you've heard him say it on like a recent interview. A guy was actually asking him questions. He was like, when he was just running around here trying to be community active, he was broke, wasn't nobody supporting him. And so, like I had shared with somebody, it's only so long before people start to imitate of what they are not inferior of, but kind of in the sense of jealousy. Is because if you thinking, okay, I've been doing 10 plus years of actually working in this community, in these communities, and y'all not giving me this attention, but these rappers that come up glorifying everything that I'm telling y'all that I've done and been a part of that tore down this community, I want the same attention. And if that's what you in it for, is to get the attention in regards to what you're doing, what you do with that when it comes to you, that's on him. This is how he's decided to stay in the limelight of being able to do it, because the bang, when he trolling y'all, also
he know the recipe.
He know the recipe, bro. It's like he's figured out how to keep y'all attention, but then in the same week he's still in school. Like he's posting videos of 2 or 3 different days. He's speaking to kids in school.
I seen that.
Where he doing it at? So it's like somebody is able to take away from, okay, he's online playing his character, but in the community, this is what he's doing. You may not agree, we may not agree, but I think this is, for me, is black people or people that want to be moving in one accord, we're not going to always agree. That's why I look at, sometimes we need a Charleston White, is because if he has one agenda, just pick what he can do from that and push forward with it. You're not going to agree because, you know, I've seen people with bigger platforms, y'all sit around and me and you, we'll get up here, we'll talk about certain things and look at it from an objective of how it's impacting. Y'all will really create stories and narratives and gossip about what y'all think and not the actual facts. Like these are the facts of what he's doing. You may not agree, and that's cool. But
I see a lot of people call him like Uncle Ruckus online and stuff like that. I'm like, nah, he ain't that. Because Uncle Ruckus, Uncle Ruckus would never help out any black person.
Ever. Any black person, ever. So it's like, do they look alike? They got the one eye. Do he put on for it? Yes. Why would he not play to it again? Like he tell y'all, this is the internet that y'all love. I just came to it and y'all love me, so I'm just gonna use it as my outlet. They've been using the rap platform to spit bullshit. So I'm like, you can't be mad at, because if you can't say, okay, hey, why is like we was talking about at the beginning of the show, why is everybody using rappers, gang members, street violence, etc. to use as their political time? It happens every time they're running for office. So it's obvious that they realize that people latch on to that. White people, black people, Hispanic people, Chinese people, who can fix crime, because I don't want to be running around here having to lock my doors now. I used to be able to leave my doors unlocked. It's easy. So they paint black people as the face, and now they Rico's this for rappers. So y'all have to realize is that we can't keep, I look at it, you can't keep playing into their hands and then wanting them to help us get out of they trap. That's their trap. Like, they don't want to fix it. They just want to say, hey, we'll get them off the streets for you. And it happens every 2 to 4 years.
It's a cycle. It's a cycle. Because I'll be honest with you, I don't think people would say crime ain't as bad as it was back in the day. But it was. We just didn't have internet to know that, somebody did a mass shooting in Seattle or something like that when you live on the East Coast or something. You know what I mean? If your news didn't catch it, you didn't ever hear about it. If you didn't have a newspaper out that way, you didn't ever hear about it. You know what I mean? Nowadays, it's just, we got the internet, we can hear about it. When the last time you heard about a serial killer? But back in the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, it was serial killers, man, multiple serial killers out here.
What's crazy is that what you mentioned, that it's a lot of serial killers going on. It's just states and cities don't even report it no more because, like I was saying before we started, is that it's gonna bring a bad light. Like down here where I live, it was like 6, 7 women that were found in an area. I'm talking about back to back, and it was like they were really killing a particular type of woman. And this was in Houston, so it's like it's been happening, but cities will neglect reporting it because at the end of the day, how's this going to impact our bottom dollar? Do I want to have young ladies scared to come to Houston? No. So unless you've heard about it and really know somebody, you're not going to know that it was like 7 or 8 women that were found dead in like a week span in Houston in a particular area. You know what I'm saying? It's like you got to really be tapped in. So like I tell people, the hot clicks and the topics that they push to say is important, it be a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. Like anytime we got a bunch of distractions in front of us, best believe most of those distractions come when it's time to vote.